It's 2022 and you want to buy a Tesla Model Y Performance, and it's from the Fremont factory. Has the build quality improved? So I took order of my Model Y in March of 2022, and I received the car roughly about 3 months later in July. So as far as my pickup experiences, I was in and out of there in about 45 minutes. When you have everything there, it just happens so quick. Everything's already submitted to Tesla. It kind of really is that just online experience where you fill out all the paperwork, you show up, you see your car, you get it, and you go, and hopefully there's no problems with the vehicle itself. Now, when I got there, I was with a friend. We obviously did a thorough inspection of the vehicle, and we were looking for the Tesla panel gaps that everyone talks about, right? As far as what could have gone wrong, I feel like things were pretty good. Obviously, the car is not perfect. There were some alignment issues. Basically, anywhere you look, it's not an exact perfect fit, which is disappointing when you're paying something of this price, but it's also kind of what you get. You're getting a car with very good performance. So out of all the panel gaps in the alignment, the biggest one that was actually a concern was the panel gap on the driver's side of the car where the trunk aligns with the body. That was off by quite a little bit. You can see that my pinky is almost the size of this gap, and that's not observed on the other side of the car where the trunk also aligns with the body. It was really just on this one side. So at the Tesla dealership, I asked the representative, if this was able to be fixed on site before I signed any papers. The representative went to go talk to the mechanic team in the garage, and she returned telling me that the panel gap was within specifications. And if it exceeded a certain amount, which was not told to me, then they would actually have to fix it for warranty. But that wasn't my case. Mine was apparently within specs, and so I had to just deal with that. They did tell me if they tried to fix it, then it would probably make the situation worse. I guess if you try to align it better, one side might improve, but then the other side might falter. So as far as the inside of the car is, it's pretty much flawless. I tried to look for some kind of mistake in the upholstery or the alignment of the dashboard, and everything looks really good. If I was to criticize one thing, I guess, the speaker on the front side, on the driver's side and the passenger seat, it looks like it could be a little bit closer to the door frame, but it's not. But at least it's consistent from the left side and the right side. The biggest reason you should get the Performance Model Y is the extra brake calipers in the front. This car is really heavy. It sits at 4,400 pounds or more, and that's a lot of stopping power required. And if you're getting a long range, your car is not any lighter. So it's always good to have a good brake system so that you can stop a car that's this heavy. If you do get the performance over the long range, you are gonna get that slight mileage reduction. And that's actually because with the Performance, you're getting those 21-inch wheels. And if you're going with a 330 mile option on the long range, you're getting those 19-inch Gemini wheels. And there's actually a big difference between a 21-inch rim or wheel and a 19-inch wheel. That extra weight is playing a big factor in range. That's why if you look at the long range and you opt for the 20-inch induction wheels, your range goes from 330 to 316. And if you get the 21-inch Uber turbine wheels, your range drops to 303. I believe there's a direct relation to wheel size and range, and on one of my next videos, I'm actually going to test an 18-inch wheel on a Tesla Model Y Performance, and we're gonna see what kind of range we get. Talking about the interior, I think it looks awesome. Some people have their doubts about the simplistic kind of design, but I think it looks awesome. When I drive this car, I've only had it for about a week. I'm already used to the way it looks. I'm already used to the way it drives. It's funny how you quickly adapt to having such a simplistic design. I love what they did with the center console. The piano finish was not good for fingerprints. This has such a clean look. I love the way this slider just actuates. When you press it all the way, it stays. When you press it again, it slowly closes. And we can't forget about this wireless charging. So helpful. A lot of times I need to have two phones on me, and even just having a passenger, it's really cool to just put your phone down, have it rest, and you really don't need it because all your information's in the infotainment system. You can call from your car if you'd like to. All your music is streamed through this giant screen. One thing about the interior, I really like the wood trim, but it was kind of a bummer that it didn't have some kind of element that made it pop out. it looks a little bit unfinished to me, honestly. Kind of looks like a layer of varnish or something to really make it pop would have looked awesome. And I wish Tesla would kind of address this and at least put some kind of finishing material, if there's not one already, something that kind of pops out more, because now I have to consider going through some third-party option and really kind of touching up that wood to make it look a little nicer. One of my absolute favorite things about this car is the speaker system. You're getting 12 speakers and a dedicated sub. I'm a really big music guy, and I really like to have good quality music, because if your ears are going to listen to something, you might as well have it good, right? So one thing I did notice that I think could use some improvement was the fact that you get a little bit of wind noise in the car. Obviously, every car is going to have some wind noise when you're going down a highway. I would kind of expect this car to have a little bit better performance when it came to wind noise. When you're paying for kind of a more premium car, you kind of want a better ambient sound in here. It's not super loud, like it's gonna interrupt a conversation or anything. You could just tell it's there. However, the awesome speaker system that's in this car can easily drown it out, and it's not a big deal overall. Now, this car does have the double pane windows, and it does help with sound insulation, and the sound insulation is actually pretty good in this car. When you're getting to those higher speeds on the highway, you are going to hear some wind noise. I don't really know why that is. If I had to take a guess, I feel like the frameless doors have something to do with sound insulation. When you have a door that rolls down the window when you press the button to open the door, that can bring some complications, right? You're dealing with something mechanical that actuates with a trigger, and it might not give the best seal when it has to constantly roll down and then roll up upon opening and closing the door. I feel like that might have something to do with how well Tesla can actually preserve a good seal in a car that doesn't have a frame around the door. Just a thought. If you found this video helpful, hit the like and subscribe button. I have a bunch of future content I want to show to you guys. And if you checked out my channel, I actually like to do a lot of road trips, and I plan on incorporating this car with some of the trips I take, and it should be a lot of fun. I love getting cool cinematic drone shots and stuff with the camera. So looking forward to next time, and thank you.